Habits. There's no such thing as a grown-up, just growing ups and stuck people. Watching your gator brain, praising first, separating divergence from convergence, and maintaining a culture around yourself that supports you with the innovator's values while you work yourself through the creative process. These patterns are the patterns that I have observed in my life, trying to figure out the best way to help people be all they can be. The mission statement that I had when I was 20 years old evolved. Initially, the mission statement was somewhat pretentious. I facilitate great change for the health of humanity, period. Then I realized that I needed to take care of myself. So I added, in a balanced and appropriate way. The humility of youth began to be tempered with the wisdom of age. Then one day I realized I was working too hard and not having balance in my life. And I happened to be in a bathroom stall where I saw a piece of graffiti on the bathroom stall that said, "To do is to be," from Albert Camus. "To be is to do," from Jean-Paul Sartre. "Doobie doobie doo," from Frank Sinatra. So I added that. I facilitate great change for the health of humanity in a balanced and appropriate way. Doobie doobie doo. And I added the doobie doo so that I wouldn't take myself so seriously. Now that means something different to me. It means kind of the go out and do a different thing in the world to make a difference, and then pull back and work on your tree farm and build buildings and do woodwork, not dealing with people, and pause for a bit and just be here in the woods. And my way of being is to work with my hands, to be in flow. At the end of the day, each of us will go through our lives and be remembered for the impacts that we had. I'm sure, like you, there will be some impacts that I had in my life that I won't be terribly proud of. But I want to shift the balance such that there's a lot more to be proud of at the end than to be ashamed of. And I find that when I utilize the tools that we're talking about, I'm more liked. That helps. That's reinforcing. But I also do a better job at contributing to the world. I help other people more effectively. I've raised children more effectively than if I think I would have if I didn't have this information. I've been in a healthy marriage for 34 some odd years. I'll get in trouble for saying the wrong year, but a long time. And each of those domains, whether it's professional, personal, familial, societal, it benefits from my using these things. I'm a better scoutmaster in my scout troop because I do these things and teach the other scouters and the youth to do the same. All of this has no boundary of usefulness. If you develop this skill in one area of your life, it will pervade your life because it's not something, for instance, that you might learn at work and then turn off when you go home. Mike Willette's switch was still turned on when he got home to Susie, but Zimmer Biomet, Zimmer at the time, was paying him to learn it in the service of work. I cannot tell you how many people I have met that have studied the creativity stuff with me or with someone else and said that it changed their life when they really got serious about beginning to apply it. So that's my invitation for you. Imagine this. Imagine a world where more of us were curious. Imagine a world where more of us deferred judgment. Imagine a world where more of us were open-minded. Imagine this world where instead of gator braining across some aisle, we figured out a way to work cooperatively to bring the best thinking of everybody forward and then converge down on what makes the most sense for everybody. Man, I want that world. I want that world for my kids, my grandkids, and future generations. I want that world for you. And I hope you want that world for me and the people around you. Let's create that world together. Let's improve our ability to do these things. So, step forward on the path. There is no such thing as a grown-up, but there are growing ups. And then I invite you onto that path with those of us that are trying to be more growing ups and less grown up. We're all adults, but we can improve. Let's get at it.